K-pop fans are known for their passion, but sometimes that passion turns into something darker. From invasive fan calls to chaotic airport mobbing, some fans cross the line, leaving idols feeling disrespected and even unsafe. Where's the line between support and obsession? And what happens when fans push too far? You're about to find out. This is a side of K-pop you need to see. Let's dive in. Starting off with fans being rude to idols' faces. One time at a Twice fan sign event, member Zuyu faced a shocking and hurtful outburst from the crowd. Basically, what happened was, as each member took their turn saying their goodbyes, Zuyu was greeted with shouts telling her to shut your mouth and just don't say it. The video of the outburst spread online quickly among Twice fans, who couldn't believe that Zuyu had been spoken to like that. In response, the fan who had called out gave a public apology, explaining that he had simply not wanted the fan sign event to be over, regardless.
大家好，我是周子瑜。对不起，本应该早些出来道歉，因为不知道如何面对现在的情况。
Telling someone to basically shut up is never going to be okay. Similarly, during another fan interaction, Twice's Jihyo was subjected to an incredibly rude remark when fans were discussing which sports suited each member. While other members were given lighthearted suggestions, Jihyo was cruelly shouted at with the suggestion of weightlifting, a comment that visibly upset her. Despite quickly turning away to hide her reaction and forcing a smile, it was clear that the comment had hurt Jihyo's feelings. By now, you're probably thinking that Twice just can't catch a break, because we have another incident with this group. Twice's Nayeon also faced negativity during a solo live stream, where fans initially teased her in a playful manner. However, the remarks quickly turned rude and intrusive, with some joking about her age and eating habits as fans left comments like, "Did you only put makeup on half of your face?" And, "Your face looks swollen? Did you eat ramen before going to bed?" Even calling her a loser and old. Ouch. Despite trying to maintain a positive attitude and responding humorously, Nayeon eventually showed her frustration, jokingly threatened to end the live stream due to the increasing negativity of the comments. Another incident involved 17's Joshua, who was the target of an outburst during a fan signing event. A fan, upset by his frown, threw objects at him. The fan was reportedly upset because she thought Joshua was unhappy with her, when in fact he was dealing with a swollen eye due to a sty. Narcissistic, I know. Despite his discomfort, Joshua continued to treat the fans kindly and maintained professionalism. Once the video spread like wildfire online, the fan at first defended her actions, but later gave an apology, explaining that she had acted out of emotion and that the objects were not aimed directly at Joshua. In a last example, at a Monsta X fan sign event, member Minhyuk was shocked when a fan shoved their hand in his face while he was interacting with another member. This blatant disregard for his boundaries is just another example of how some fans ignore the basic principles of respect and dehumanize idols. Airport mobbing and mass hysteria. And on the topic of boundaries, in the last few years, there have been multiple disturbing incidents where idols have been dangerously mobbed by rude fans at the airport, causing real concern about safety and crowd control in the industry. For example, in October of last year, the members of Rise found themselves caught in a terrifying mob at the airport upon their return to Korea. As the crowd aggressively pushed forward, the youngest member Anton became visibly overwhelmed and startled, struggling to make his way through the throngs of fans. Again, earlier this year, the members of Rise got into another extreme mobbing situation at Korea's Gimpo International Airport. This time, members Shotaro and Sohee ended up getting actually separated from the group, and Shotaro was even seen seen being pushed by fans. Red Velvet's Irene also faced a super scary mob in November of last year when she was surrounded by a crowd of fans at an airport. As fans tried to get closer to her, Irene ended up getting roughly pushed around, and in a later video, we see her leaning on Sulgi, having seemingly hurt her foot in the shoving. Similarly, the immense crowd that greeted Wei V when they arrived in China last year left the members struggling to move through the sea of fans, with no space to navigate safely. As Wei V landed in Chengdu, the members were met by a dangerous amount of fans, leading to a mob that was so strong it ended up pushing both Ten and Yang Yang reportedly to the floor. Even Win-Win was, at one point, left without a bodyguard due to the commotion of the crowd. One of the most concerning cases happened in June 2023 when Zero Base 1, despite not even having debuted yet, was mobbed at the airport after returning from Jeju Island. Videos showed the group being dangerously separated as fans aggressively pushed them apart. Some members, like Han Yu-jin, were visibly distressed, even on the verge of fainting. According to reports, what happened was that members Matthew and Ty-Ray had gone ahead and had been safe from the mob. However, Han Yu-jin, Gyuvin, Hao, and Hanbin got separated when a staff member pushed through them to pick up a member's passport that had accidentally been dropped in the chaos. Hanbin tried to grab Gyuvin but was still separated. Meanwhile, Hao stayed behind to help Yujin get up and carry on walking after having fallen. The lack of proper security from their agency, Wake One Entertainment, led to widespread outrage from fans, who were also shocked when it also came out that airport staff were allegedly caught filming the idols. In response, fans rallied online, trending hashtags like ProtectZB1 to demand better safety measures and more privacy for the young group. Let's talk about fan calls, because they can get very weird. Airport mobbing and horrible fan sign experiences, all of these moments have turned the stomachs of respectful fans for years. However, after the introduction of video fan calls during the pandemic, the behavior of rude fans has reached an all-time high. For instance, during a video call with Stray Kids' Felix, a fan took what should have been an innocent conversation and made it really uncomfortable. Initially, Felix was talking about food when a fan asked if he liked having dessert before dinner. Things became gross when the fan said, "No, I mean, I'm the dessert." Felix was clearly caught off guard, and his attitude quickly went from excited to uncomfortable. The fan then followed up with, "So did I just remind you who I am?" horrifying other fans. In a similar vein, Ricky from Zero Base 1 was also faced with a fan's inappropriate request during a video call when they asked Ricky to call them master or owner, referring to how Ricky resembles a cat. Ricky firmly declined, setting a boundary. When the same fan tried the same request again in a later fan call, Ricky once again politely rejected it. Fans were impressed with Ricky for maintaining his boundaries, but at the same time, fans couldn't believe that the company let him interact with that same fan again after the first incident. What's more, during a fan call event for ENHYPEN's comeback, member Sunghoon was mocked by a fan who greeted him with a rude and confrontational question, "Do you have anything to say to me?" This unexpected question left Sunghoon visibly confused. The fan then went on to insult him even more, saying, "You don't even say, 'Long time no see, you're so mean.'" Although Sunghoon maintained his professionalism through the rudeness, afterward the fan took to Twitter to call him derogatory names, including calling him an idiot. Jake, also from ENHYPEN, faced another troubling situation during a video call when a fan made comments that many saw as offensive. While talking to Jake about his growth, the fan referred to him as a foreigner member and contrasted him with Asian people with an Asian way of thinking. Fans were outraged, calling the fan's remarks not only rude, but xenophobic and overlooking Jake's identity as a Korean Australian. These incidents sparked discussions about the importance of respecting idols' boundaries and identities, especially when idols take so much time out of their day to be with fans, whether that's for paid events like fan signs or free live streams. From hurtful comments during fan calls to dangerous harassment at airports, what do you think about these moments? Are there any other examples of K-pop fans crossing the line that other fans should know about? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it.